Hello, my friends. I am Deb Kalidas here in Nazareth, Pennsylvania, and I've got my wonderful friend here.
Ann Vezerides in Brookline, Massachusetts.
And we are both part of Crossroad Institute. I am very excited to be not only the mother of a Crossroad alumni, but also working within the marketing and communication. And Ann is our fabulous director.
I am so excited you have joined our team, Deb, and we are both moms,
Oh my
making this
gosh.
all work as we think about raising our kids in such a way that they actually want to have the church as part of their life for the rest of their life, and how that happens and what that means.
Oh, and it's crazy because people would always say, oh, you're going to be so thankful to be out of the terrible twos. I would go back to the terrible twos in a moment because you can lift them and bring them where you need be and feed them a lollipop and they're happy for a moment. So dealing with teenagers and young 20 somethings and where it's at. So a little background is my daughter, Callie. She was a Crossroad participant 2 years ago and is now a freshman at Messiah College. And then my son, Nico, will hopefully be participating in Crossroad this summer and is a senior in high school. And Ann, I know you have three amazing young boys in your life.
I do. And for Crossroad alums who might be watching this, I was pregnant in 2005 for the second season of Crossroad. Running it was a 7-month belly, and that little belly is now of age to be going to Crossroad this year. So we are moms with two Nikos applying to
Yes.
Crossroad this year. And so as I think about it, like we're in applications that we both have seniors. We're in the
Mhm.
application season where everything is just so crazy right now.
Yes.
They're trying to figure out who they are, what's next, what their major is, how they tell their story as they figure out if they're applying, where they're applying, all of that stuff, gap year, da, da, da. As you were thinking about this for Callie, why was Crossroad important to you, Deb?
Well, I think you and I today had talked about, launching from lockdown, right? For Callie, it was so crucial as she was going from junior to senior year in high school, while Nico's going to be coming as a senior going into potentially college. It was the whole idea of what does she need to explore and experience in her faith beyond the four walls? Because literally at that point, we had been going to church virtually for months on end. And she was so craving the interaction of other people her age, the like-minded nature spiritually of, okay, who are those out there that are looking beyond the typical college scene? And she really wants to know, okay, where does God need me to be? What do I need to be paying attention to? And how does this all fit together? Which every day for us adults can be completely overwhelming. For that 17, 18-year-old that has been through such a tumultuous last 4 years, how do they launch themselves into a consistency of behavior as it relates to their faith? And I think, the biggest blessing, and, Callie came home after that, and she had her journal and sharing her notes. She was like, Mom, the fact that I didn't have my cell phone for 10 days was the most magical experience ever. And that was just incredible. I mean, what is it like for you to
But
see
can I
these? Yeah,
say, I
please.
just have to say right
Yeah.
now, if you have kids that you might want to apply to Crossroad, don't tell them you're going to take their cell phone away from them for 10 days because they don't get it at this point. They don't get it. Like as we're like, it's really interesting. And even like what you said, Deb,
Yeah.
the comment of where is God in all this? Like I teach youth ministry at a seminary, and I don't think my senior would articulate that he could think of and he goes to a Catholic school. I don't even think he would
Right.
think right in this stage yet for himself. And for me, as I've thought about this all these years, we have some kids who come to Crossroad they're always the kid who approached the priest after church or after camp and said, I want to know more. We have some of those. We have some who were like the best Greek dancers, and their priest was just like, you might want to go, and have never thought theologically about anything like that. But we take all different kinds of kids, meet them where they're at, and take them the next stage. And I feel like what Crossroad does that I've always wanted to do from the beginning is just give them a space to be able to make their faith their own, in a way that we can't do for them as parents. They need to do it away from us. And right now, as we think about how their lives get structured, going forward, while a lot we leave up to them, this is one of those things where, like, I know for my kid, there's a lot of other things he wants to do this summer. And this one is like, he knows at this point, it's so important. I'm kind of going to say you just have to do this. Like, this is one of those
And
things.
that's the, especially as they're the later teenage years, it's the boundaries of understanding of how we empower their freedom of decisions when they showcase that they can make them and that they are doing things. But then there's still those non-negotiable moments. But that is how we conduct ourselves with our kiddos in making sure they know it's out of love and understanding. And, quite frankly, here's the sales pitch to my daughter. Honey, I'd like you to be able to fly on your own for the first time into Boston with people and hang out, go to a ropes course, to go to the beach, go into the city, be able to be around others in a college environment in the dorm. That is so much preparation for her, especially as she walked into her dorm the first year at Messiah University, was like, wait a minute, there's a familiarity to this and meeting new people for the first time. Because there's definitely this, I don't know, I'm out of my comfort zone. But guess what, parents, no matter what, they graduate in May and June, and then they're in a whole new, way of, uncomfortable. Have them practice what it means to be out of your comfort zone around people who are there to love and care for you in different ways. It's just amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah. So I think our hope for this and future ones is just chatting about, like, what are their stories parents are telling us about. I mean, somebody who works for my office right now, who's just amazing, married to the priest who's the youth and young adult director in the whole metropolis of Chicago. Her dear parents bribed her to come to Crossroad. We don't recommend it necessarily, but it worked, and it launched her on a whole journey. And she is just the most remarkable young adult with 2 babies at this point, 3-year-old and a 1-year-old. They're just amazing people. And so anyway, we just want you to know that holding out for this kind of program for your high school junior or senior is actually really worth it. You may be giving them a gift that would be hard without this kind of thing to give them.
No, and I think in closing with everything, so everyone knows to expect what's coming. Ann and I were going to attempt to be recording these frequently, putting them out there on the Crossroad YouTube channel. Sign up for the MailChimp mailing list on the website under resources. Visit us and learn more, and comment back, certainly, if there's something that you want to hear and learn more about. But it's, my daughter came home and said, Mom, I found my tribe. Because certainly within the teenage years, they are looking, and it's so valuable to have very diverse friends from all over and, different understandings and beliefs and families. But they also need people that are also like-minded to explore, their faith, their priorities, and where God is taking them next, which is awesome.
Awesome. Thank you,
Fantastic.
Deb. So fun.
Thank you. So my friends out there, definitely, if you're seeing this on YouTube, smash that subscribe button. If you're getting this in an email, please share it with someone else that needs a little bit of parenting encouragement right now, because, oh gosh, it's an adventure every day, no matter what the age. And let us know here at Crossroad Institute how we can be a support of you in all that we do.
Amen. Thanks, Deb.